Women's Royal Rumble. I'm going to give you guys my final four, my runner-up, and my winner in Saudi Arabia. I'm going to go with my final four here. I think there's going to be a lot of big names in the finals for both the Women's Rumble and the Men's Rumble. So I'm going to go with Liv Morgan, Bianca Belair, Rhea Ripley, and Charlotte Flair. I think there's going to be probably the four biggest names in women's wrestling. But then I think the winner is going to be Liv Morgan. You can just see like the past couple of weeks how they've been booking her, taking the pins, losing on Raw, losing on Saturday Night's main event for the tag titles. I think this is really for a big push, just like they did with how they did like a Jey Uso where he lost on Saturday Night's main event before the Royal Rumble to Gunther, wins the Royal Rumble, and then gets his rematch and gets his WrestleMania moment, getting his first world title. And I think the runner-up is going to be one of her longtime rivals in Judgment Day rivals, Rhea Ripley. I think she will finally eliminate her. I also do think Roxanne Perez is going to have another big run like she did last year, and maybe like Liv eliminates her on purpose, or not on purpose, like on accident, quote, and that starts some Judgment Day beef. But with the Women's Royal Rumble, I'm going to go with Liv getting the win and Rhea as the runner-up. Our next match, we got AJ Styles taking on Gunther. Career on the line for AJ Styles. This one, it's hard to say, but for my prediction, I'm going to have to go with Gunther. The guy who's been retiring, everybody just retired. Goldberg made John Cena tap out. And AJ Styles, supposedly, I've heard that his contract is about to expire. Does this mean he's going to fully retire if he loses this match? I don't think so. I think he's going to go somewhere else, a TNA, a New Japan, or AEW. You know, getting some dream matches on his retirement tour, like facing one of his old rivals, Samoa Joe, or maybe facing Will Ospreay and Kenny Omega if he goes over to AEW, or going back to TNA, the house AJ Styles built. But I am going to go with Gunther. Hopefully a banger of a match, and I do think he's probably going to make him tap out. Next match, we got the WWE Championship match. Drew McIntyre defending his title against Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn basically in his his second hometown. Obviously, he's from Montreal, Quebec, Canada, but Saudi Arabia, he's loved there. He's gonna be he's gonna be so over there, and they're gonna be getting so hyped for this match. But I think Drew McIntyre is gonna do some heel stuff. He's gonna cheat. He's probably going to hit a low blow while the ref ain't looking and hit him with a Claymore to win the match. So in this match, I'm going to go with a heartbreaker for the Saudi fans. I'm going to go with Drew McIntyre retaining. I mean, it's still his first title defense. If they're going to lose to Sami Zayn, they're already kind of building to him facing Cody Rhodes and Jacob Fatu and Randy Orton. And I see this on the SmackDown for today. They're trying to say that they're trying to have Sami Zayn tell him, no, he's going to be the champion, even though they already kind of spoiled it at Saturday Night's main event. They're going to do Fatu, McIntyre, and Cody in a triple threat sometime, whether at Mania or not. But Drew McIntyre is definitely going to win this match. Sorry, Saudi fans. And then in our final match, we got the biggest match, the Men's Royal Rumble. There's going to be so much star power. Obviously, a lot of the talent has announced they're going to be in the Royal Rumble, which I hate. Why would you announce that you're going to be in the Royal Rumble for anybody? They should keep them all secrets, I think. Even like their big names that you know are going to be in, like Brock Lesnar announcing it on the Pat McAfee show, and Roman Reigns announcing it via email. I don't know why they do that. I guess so the people that are going to the show, you know, are even more hyped about going to the show, or more people are buying tickets because they know Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar are going to be there for their big returns. But nonetheless, there's going to be a lot of talent. Hopefully a lot of returns. Obviously Chris Jericho, maybe, who knows, maybe hopefully a lot of NXT talent and stuff like that. But it's just going to be an absolute stacked Rumble, lots of talent. So for my final four, again, I got some big names. I got Randy Orton, Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes, and then I got the future of the WWE, Braun Breaker. The final two, I think, is going to be Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes. I think they're going to have a 2 to 3 minute match there at the end. Just them two, you know, with all our history. Not getting a WrestleMania match this year, but, you know, they're going to face each other once again. But kind of like the preview, how they did in past Royal Rumbles with when Shawn Michaels and The Undertaker fought for like 10 minutes and had their own match before they had their two amazing WrestleMania matches. So I think it's going to be something like that. But I do think Roman Reigns is going to win the Royal Rumble. Cody Rhodes as the runner-up. I'll give you a bonus prediction. Most eliminations, I think, is going to be Oba Femi making his WWE debut. I think they're going to make him look like a monster. I also do think he's going to eliminate Brock Lesnar, and those two will probably have a WrestleMania match. And then the person who I think is going to be in the longest is probably going to be Cody Rhodes. I think he's going to come out early, like a 2 or a 3, and he's going to stand all the way to the final 2 and eventually get eliminated by the Tribal Chief, Roman Reigns. So let me know your guys' Royal Rumble predictions down in the comments below.